ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. Now coming to the discussion of causal body, the innermost body of the three bodies, that is called causal body. Now this causal body, which is the innermost one, actually what it is? We have understood the gross body, the physical body, then this is this physical body, and then the subtle body or the astral body, that is the main component is the mind stuff. Now coming to this causal body, which in Sanskrit we called Karana Sarira. Since this is the cause of these two bodies, this is called causal body. Sarira doyasya karana matram. This body is the cause. Means due to this body, the subtle body or Sukshma Sarira and the gross body, the Sthula Sarira manifest. This is the cause. So this is Karana. What this is? This is called Onirvachya. That means it is neither Sat nor Asat. Means this is not pure existence, this is body, this is not the self, this is not the consciousness principle, this is a body, this is a body of this consciousness principle. So this is not pure existence, not Sat, neither Asat, not also non-existence. That is why it is called Anarvachya, neither a pure existence nor non-existence. Then this is Anadi. This has no beginning. Like the consciousness, it has no beginning. It is Anadi. But consciousness is Ananta. This is not Ananta. This can be, it has no beginning, but it has an end. When it will have an end? It will have an end when the individual self realizes that I am the truth principle, I am the pure existence principle, I am the consciousness, I am the Brahman, I am the bliss principle, I am Ananta, infinite. That is why, though this is Anadi, but this has means no beginning, but it has an end. Then Avidya Rupam. This is the form of ignorance. Why this is form of ignorance? Because in this body there is no knowledge of the self. The truth principle, the pure existence principle, that is the self. The knowledge of that self does not lie, is not there. Still we are in the body, there, not in the knowledge of the self. Since this is Avidya Rupa, so these are the qualities, these specifications to understand what this body is. It is neither truth nor untruth, neither pure existence nor non-existence. This has no beginning but has end. When there is knowledge, it has end, but there is no beginning. Then this is the form of ignorance, because knowledge of the self is not there. So these are the things we have to understand, that, and this is the cause of the subtle body, the Sukshma Sarira, and the gross body, the Sthula Sarira. That is why it is called causal, Karana. And this is Nirvikalpa Rupa. It has no alternative. This is how it is different from gross body and the subtle body. How it is different? In gross body, when we are in Sthula Sarira, that is represented, manifested by the waking state. Now I am speaking, I am in a waking state. I am doing things, I am in a waking state. there are multiplicity, there are duality. I see many things. I am not in oneness. The same is also in dream state. Dream state represents the subtle body, the astral body, that is the Sukshma Sharira. And in this dream state, what happens? We also see multiplicity, we also see duality. We are not in oneness. But here it is Nirvikalpa Rupa. The person does not see the multiplicity, does not see the duality. That is why this is represented by deep sleep. Sthula Sharira is waking state, represented by waking state, the gross body. Then Sukshma Sharira, the subtle body, represented by dream state, and then this body, this causal body, is represented by deep sleep state, Susupti. When one is in deep sleep, Gavhira Nidra, Susupti. At this state, he is not aware of the multiplicity, he is not aware of the world, he is not aware of the dualities, but still in ignorance, ignorance of the self. What is this actually? This is nature, Prakriti. Nature with three qualities, Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. Now here one question will come. Is the causal body of all the persons is one? Because it is the nature. If it is nature, and as we described, it is nothing, it can be only called nature, then is it multiple or is it one? Because there are persons with different degrees of intelligence, different forms of physical bodies. If the causal body is one, then it should also give the one type of intelligence to all people, one type of activity to all people, one type of physical features to all people, one type of attributes to all people, but that is not happening. This is the causal body of cause of the subtle body and the gross body. So it is also different for different persons. That means we are not here discussing about the total nature, Mool Prakriti, where there is different. It is nature, but in nature. This subtle body, this causal body is in nature, but nature means it is nature, but it is in nature. The portion in the nature which contains the imprints of each individual, contains the imprints of the actions and results of actions. Avidya is same, but kama and karma, desires and actions are different with each individual. Now these desires are different, so the imprints of desires are different, actions are different, so imprints of actions are different. Since this is different, the causal body of each person is also different, but it is in nature. It is a part of the nature. So to understand for this, for the case of yoga practitioners, let us bring prana into it. When one is deep sleep, what happens? His physical body is resting, all his organs, the sense organs and organs of actions are resting, mind, intellect, etc. all are resting. But who is awake? In physical body, all are working. In physical body, that is Jagrata, the awake state, all are working. Similarly, in a subtle body, that is dream state, mind, intellect, ego, principle, all are working. But in deep sleep, none of these are working. Then what is working there? It is the prana. Prana principle is working. The person is living, is not a dead body in deep sleep. So all these impressions of mind, actions, desires are there in the causal body but not manifested. When he gets up from the deep sleep, again those things manifest. That means in the causal body it is there. And what is awake there? It is prana, the life energy. Prana is active, life force is alive. So life force can here be called as the causal body. Of course, life force, the prana has been called as the Brahman, as Hiranyagarbha, and up to the organs at a different levels. Where it is how applied, in that sense we have to understand. Now in deep sleep, only the prana is awake, and in different discussions it is understood that mind is binding to prana. All the imprints of individuals' impressions are merges with the prana. When one leaves the body, it is the prana which takes with all imprints of the mind, intellect, etc. to different worlds. So it is the prana. That makes our understanding little easier to understand the subtle body. But again, we cannot say the samasti prana, the total prana, no. Total prana, samasti prana will be Hiranyagarbha, will be the Ishvara, all the powers of action and all the powers of knowledge. It is the individual prana. It is part of this total, but still it is individual. There all the imprints, all the impressions are merged, and only that is awake. And when person gets out of the sleep, then again they come out of the prana. Now, since Prakriti is unmanifest, Abhyakrita, then can we call here prana as Abhyakrita? Because prana is manifested, we are seeing prana. It is Vyakruta. Yes, it is manifested for the others who are seeing a sleeping person. But the sleeping person, while sleeping, is not aware of his prana also. He is not aware that he is breathing, he is not aware that his physiological functions are going on. So he himself, for that person who is sleeping, it is still unmanifest. So that is how we have to understand the causal body, Karana, Sarira. And this is called Ananda Bhuk, a state of bliss. Because when one person is sleeping, there is no multiplicity, there is no duality. He is not knowing about the world. He is not conscious about his desires. He is not conscious about all his actions he has done. Everything is taking rest. Since it is close to the self, bliss is manifested. That is why when we are sleeping, when we get up from the sleep, we say, oh, I have slept very good, and feel happiness due to a good sleep. That is what happens in deep sleep. So, deep sleep is the state where the causal body is represented. That is what we can say our individual prana, that is as a causal body is staying there, or we can say it is the Prakriti with the three qualities Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. Prakriti is the answer as per the theoretical answer, it is a very good answer. But as per the spiritual practice, prana will be a alternative answer, because where all the imprints are merged, that is here prana represents Prakriti. Here prana does not represent In a deep sleep person, prana does not represent the sat, the absolute. It represents the prakriti. Now this is how we have to understand the causal body, and this causal body is not the self. It is not the pure existence principle. This is still a body. Now these three bodies under the encapsulation self, encapsulated by the causal body, then encapsulated by the subtle body, then encapsulated by the gross body or the physical body. A yogi should know all the three bodies for his spiritual practice. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.